What up, everybody? What up? Yeah, so earlier I was demonstrating how to, set the patterns, and I had some issues with the sound. So I'm just gonna play a quick run through of what my piano keys, my rhythm, my sound is like. I think I managed to get the sound working here, so that's good. Open my Reaper. Pretty sure I can still load the last thing that I was working on. There we go. This is the DAW that I was using, of course. Still a trial version. Yeah, so there we go. I'll just solo them so that it's easier to know what I was playing. So these were the keys that I came up with. This is what they sound like. And then I added a kick drum, as I showed you earlier on. Just some, and my snare came in. So of course I automated the volume, so that's why some snares sound low, some snares sound high, just using the volume envelope, which you can easily find here on your trim, which is there. That's the one that I'm using currently. And then I went on and added some shakers. First turn this off. There we go. So I decided to add some reverb to my shakers just to give it some delay to fill up the empty gaps. Just give it some bounce. And of course I also added some panning effects where it's going from a left to your right, using another envelope which is in your trim, which is the pan envelope here that you can see. We've got so many envelopes that you can pick from, but I just wanted to keep it as basic as possible. And then this is supposed to be my second kick, or my main kick. As you can see, this is also triggered by Rare Sample-Matic. And that's basically what I added. And then, this is how I patterned it, so it can just fit up a 2-minute feel, And then as I progress, you will hear the final beat. I'm gonna add some shakers and a bit of some maybe drum rolls. It's just that unfortunately I'm not able to do it at the same time because my computer is running out of memory. But yeah, that's how you can be able to trigger and make an instrument very simple, quick, depending on the sound that you are looking for. So yeah, that was the 2-minute beat that I'm currently working on. Thank you. So that was it. As you work with your Reaper, just know that it makes life easier when you have a MIDI keyboard, because you're able to use this as a trigger for all your VSTs. You could use a computer keyboard, and you could use actual instruments, but when you don't have instruments, this is the best. So yeah, that was it for my basic Afro beat. If I wanted to add something like a bass line, what I could basically do is, what I like doing is, I could open my piano rack, and then I can just control copy this, and if I were to add a bass to this, maybe I'll just, let's add another virtual instrument for that. Let's see. Always make sure you're adding an instrument, insert a virtual instrument on your track, which allows you to use your MIDI. And let's see what we have. I want to check if Purity maybe has some bass, some bass guitars or something like that. So we got our Purity here. And then what I'll still do, since this has been highlighted, this is the part that I'm working with. Where is it? There we go. Select my track, insert new media item, open that, and we can control V for pasting. So since it's still on that, but what I want to do is focus on this part. So I'll make sure that is armed. Open our Purity. Let's try and see if it has something to do with the bass. You could add strings if you wanted to. There we go, bass guitar. So what I want to do is, I could open that. And since I have my root chords, I'm able to just play around with the root chords and place. I can main. I think this is a bit too high. And there we go. We have something like a bass line, just to start filling in those empty spaces. Yeah, and that's how you basically come up with a, you know, uh, simple Afro beat. You know, Afro beat has got certain things that give it the element of being Afro. You know, your claps, your snares, and sometimes your kick as well, that can define what exactly it is. So yeah, this is something I basically just came up with for my exam, to just try and show you how I can use my MIDI to make a 2 minute beat. So yeah, I hope it's making sense. I hope it's coming up, you know. So I will make sure I export a version that you can as well hear how the whole thing turned up with my arrangement and everything. So yeah, stay tuned. We out.